Everyone, Spinosaurus or Spino here. Yesterday, the defending champ made an interesting video, I think, about uh, just morality and you know personal values and things like that. I thought it was pretty interesting, so I thought I would make a quick response just to throw my 2 cents in, I guess. Um, uh, as many of you, not many, as for anyone who will see this video or will even give a shit, aside from the defending champ, who I'm pretty much making this for because he asked me to. I have become religious in recent years, so I no longer believe in subjective morality or moral relativism, let's say. And yeah, so I definitely have a moral code and values that I follow, and uh, so I don't believe in that morality is subjective anymore. But with that said, there still is moral gray areas, right? Uh, because, for example, is it wrong to steal? Well, most people agree it's wrong to steal. It's one of the 10 Commandments, even, right? Thou shalt not steal. But let's say you steal from someone because you and your kids are on the street and you need the money to provide for your kids, or you and your kids are going to starve. Is it wrong then? Well, some people would still say yes, because you're still financially hurting that other person in some way. But others would say no, it is justifiable for the parent who has starving kids on the street in that scenario to steal in order to for him or her, whoever, um, in order for them and their children to survive, right? So it's um, kind of complicated. And then when at least when it comes to things of that nature, but the other situations, it's not so complicated. It's a little more black and white. Hi, Jacob Clements. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, it's forgive me. I'm terrible with names, but um, there are things that are just sort of we can all agree is like you know morally trying to get a better view of myself on the camera, um, or rather, I'm trying to make it so whoever's watching this can see me better. But um, I said it correctly. Well, that's good. Um, like I think we can all agree, like rape or sexual assault is wrong, right? When it comes to stealing, like um, it's kind of it's a little more um, it's a little more gray, but I like men. Well, me too, Ned too, me too. Um, uh, hi, Flaninius, is that how you say it? Um, uh, I can't think of any morally justifiable reason to rape someone. I think we can all agree on that. And yeah, so that's not really that's not really debatable. Like, you know, that's something, once again, we can all agree on. Hi, Deck, or Des. I thought your S was like a C for a second there. Um, what are we talking about? Just this is a response video to a guy named the Defending Champ, and it's about morality and like moral gray areas and like things of that nature. And uh, uh, with that said, um, it's because of my moral values that I could never support someone like Donald Trump, for example. You know, Donald Trump, he's a convicted felon. Was found liable of we were talking about rape earlier. Donald Trump was found liable of rape. You know, he had, I mean, how many women have accused him of uh no, he's not. Yes, he is. I mean, he was found, you might not agree with that ruling, but he was found liable of rape. That's like not deniable. Plus, uh thank you. Well, um saying nope doesn't make it any less true. I mean, it's just a fact, right? He was found liable of rape. Um, uh, well, you can think that you can think that they're lying because they don't like them, but they don't like him. But you know, it's just a fact. He was found liable of rape, and how many women have accused him at this point of sexually harassing or molesting them? Yeah, as NedTube just said, there are multiple stories. I mean, Trump himself, his infamous I grab him by the pussy, I don't even wait. When you're a star, you can just kiss them and do whatever you want because you're a star, and they like that. I grab them by the pussy, I don't even wait. Um, and you know, he himself has said that he would go backstage for teen pad. Am I back? Am I back? All right. He would investigate the teen pageants in the locker rooms. I mean, he was best bud. Fucking internet, man. As a Democrat, I can admit that uh, Bill Clinton was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, so I don't know why Republicans and Trump supporters can't admit that um, Trump's relationship was pretty. It was sus, bro. It's pretty suspect to um, say the least. Who am I voting for? I already voted, and I voted for Kamala Harris. Um, for the reasons I'm excuse me, for the reasons I'm explaining right now. There were several pictures of Trump with Epstein. I mean, he rode on his plane several times. I mean, he likely visited his island several times as well. So Trump, he was you know, he was found guilty of fraud. He can't run charities in New York anymore because he stole from kids with cancer. Not making that up, by the way. Look that up. He stole from kids with cancer. He he he's just not a good person. I mean, look up all the stories of uh, employees that he either didn't pay or didn't pay nearly as much of what he said he would. I mean, he can't even do outdoor rally. He does outdoor rallies. He can't do indoor rallies anymore because when he did rallies um, in indoor buildings, he wouldn't pay the people who own the building. So, and he still hasn't paid them. So now he has to uh, do outdoor events for the most part only. So, um, who is better for the country? I mean, experts have said that Trump, experts in the field of economics have said that Trump's tariffs would tank the economy, and like Trumpers, they say, "Oh, look how much things were better. Look how better things were under Trump." No, they weren't. What are you talking about? The worst economic crash since the Great Depression happened under Trump. The over a million Americans died under Trump from COVID because Trump downplayed and really didn't acknowledge how serious the pandemic was. And there's audio tape of him admitting behind the scenes that it was serious. That it wasn't just like the flu, like he said he was, that it wouldn't be gone by Easter. I mean, look how I mean how many people have died or have either lost family members to COVID because Trump didn't want to take it as seriously because he thought it would hurt his election chances. Although, ironically, if he would have taken um, the pandemic more seriously and wouldn't have downplayed it, I say this as someone who despises Donald Trump. I think he's a moron. I think he's an idiot, and I think he's just downright a terrible person. So, but if he had taken the pandemic seriously, he would have straight up, he would have won re-election by a landslide. But he didn't, and that's why he lost, and that's why hopefully he's going to lose this time around because um, I just think Trump is a menace. I don't think he's worthy of even. It's funny, he did a publicity stunt where he act like he was working at McDonald's, which that wasn't even real, by the way. That was the people who ran that particular McDonald's admitted that they closed it down. It was nothing more than a photo op. And he only did it because Kamala used to work at McDonald's before she got into politics and into the law, obviously. Um, so, uh, like, and above all that, Trump tried to, commit a coup. He tried to overthrow the government, and he's gonna try to do it again. If he loses this time, he's gonna say it was rigged. And funny how it's only fair. The elections are only fair when he wins. When he wins, it was fair. When he loses, it was rigged. Funny how that works. But um, yeah, that's um, that's it in a nutshell. I'm as a religious person, as a Christian, I could never support a man like Donald Trump because um, I just think he goes everything against what Christ taught. So uh, I think he is the fact that so many Christians and in the evangelical community in particular support this man like blows my mind because he Jesus taught us to love and tolerate everyone. Trump, all he talked about is everyone he hates. You still supporting Trump? Like, hey, like this video isn't trying to make you or anyone else not support Trump. I'm simply explaining why I don't and can't support him, and and yeah, that's just. Oh, and he's Jesus said it's easier for a rich man to it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is the for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. So that doesn't boil too well for our for homeboy for our guy Trump, right? So you're a Christian too. Well, me too, and that's why I can't support him. What verse am I back? All right. Yeah, Jesus himself says that in Matthew, Luke, and in Mark as well. So I don't remember. I'm not one of these people who like can list you know in particular Bible verses, you know, off the top of my head. You know, God bless, you know, the people who can, but that, you know, that's just not a talent I have. But I know for a fact it's in there because I've read the entire Bible and I've read the four gospels several times. So, or listened to it on audio. So I'm pretty confident that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff. So freaking internet, man. We might disagree, but you know, again, that's not what this video is about. It's just explaining why I personally won't vote for Trump, and I or why I didn't vote for Trump rather, since I already voted via mail-in ballot. But yes, that's it. Basically, in a nutshell, that's my like position on like morality and my values in general, and why I personally can't support Donald Trump because I just think he goes against everything I believe. So yeah, that's it. So the defending champ, if you see this, tell me what you think in the comments, or if you want, make a response video of your own. It will be responseception then, but you know, that's okay. We can get a nice discussion going. So with that said, this is Spinosaurus here, Spino, and my phone's down to 5% and the internet's being wacky anyway, so I'm gonna end this stream. But yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to everyone who watched this video later. You subbed, thank you. And thanks to please thanks to everyone who watched this later. Once again, thanks to everyone who will like this later. Like this video, comment down below, tell me if you disagree, tell me if you agree, or even just you know, last time I had to do that. Hopefully even if you want to troll me, you can too, because it still goes to the view count and it helps my channel either way. So yeah, with that said, peace.